Live from our studios at One Television Plaza, this is WTAP News at 6.
Ohio Valley University students are struggling to get their transcripts, and a new development could make it worse. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Phyllis Smith. I'm back after spending a few days in Nashville for producer training. Well, turning to the weather, meteorologist Kirk Greenfield joins us now with the first look at your forecast. Kirk, I know people are getting ready to go to football games. How's it looking out there?
Pretty fine, considering that it's one of the warmest days of the week. When we take a look at our current situation, we do see some clouds here. 83 on the Highmark West Virginia Skycam. It feels like 85. The relative humidity 54%. Winds out of the southwest at 6. The barometer 30.11 inches and steady. Well, for the high school football games, just picking one out of the hat here. Zanesville is playing at Fort Fry tonight. Kickoff at 7 will be about 83, and at halftime 78 under partly cloudy skies. So as we go through the evening, it does look like we'll dip down to about 72 by midnight. Now we'll take a look at the rest of the holiday weekend when I return in just a moment. Back to you.
Thank you, Kirk. Ohio Valley University has hit another significant roadblock that is making it difficult to provide former students with the transcripts they need. According to the Facebook group run by former Ohio Valley University employees, OVU Updates, someone using VPN access to the school's database, and once the school's IT department regained access, the group found that the transcripts for former students are now deleted or removed. Because of this issue, many former students are now unable to prove that they had attended the school and show their grades.
Next to impossible to get into a master's degree or anything else, but I have friends who were trying to go into the military. They don't have a transcript. Now they can't. There's many jobs. I have a friend who went to school there who's a paralegal, same thing. She's not able to change jobs because she doesn't have a transcript. So it's really affecting not just our education, but it's affecting our chances to move up in life, to have good employment.
OVU Updates says the situation involving the transcripts was reported to the West Virginia Higher Education Policy Commission and the Higher Learning Commission. We reached out to former officials from the college, including former president Michael Ross and former legal counsel for Ross, Stephen Kenny. Former board chairman Ben Moore directed us to his attorney, Martin Sheehan. Sheehan denies that OVU has lost access to transcripts. The Washington County Fair starts tomorrow at the Washington County Fairgrounds. The fair opens at noon with an entry fee of $10, which covers rides and events going on inside the fair. Some of the events include a tractor pull on Saturday, a rodeo Sunday, and a drag race on Tuesday. Kurt Bolin is the president of the Washington County Fair Board, and he talked about different ways the fair is for the community.
I hope they come and have a good time, enjoy an experience, support the kids exhibiting their projects. It's a big part of the year for them, kind of the culmination of their projects that they've worked hard on all year. So come and show some respect for the kids and take some time to look at their animals and observe all the hard work they've put into it.
Along with all of the activities, there are food vendors and about 10 rides. All of these activities run through Tuesday evening. WTAP.com has more information about specific times. The castle is hosting a cemetery tour tomorrow. The tour will be at the Valley Cemetery in Reno at 10 a.m. There will be reenactors portraying residents during various times in history that are in the cemetery. One interesting person that will be talked about tomorrow is a female servant that worked at the castle in the 1940s who is a painting in the castle. Kyle Yoho, the education director for the castle, talked about the unique experience they are offering.
Well, we hope it's educational. You learn a little bit about local history that you didn't know before. And of course, we hope that it's a fun, engaging process where you are talking to a person from the past.
You will need a ticket, which are available on a first-come, first-served basis. Information about how to get tickets is on WTAP.com. Still ahead, this week is Overdose Awareness Week. It's to help educate, prevent, and end overdoses. That story is next at 6.
A bit warmer tonight for the high school football games, but partly cloudy skies are going to continue. That's next.
You're watching WTAP News at 6 with Phyllis Smith, Kirk Greenfield with your pinpoint weather forecast, and Ryan Wilson with sports.
President Biden declared this week as Overdose Awareness Week. Wednesday was observed as International Overdose Awareness Day. Biden said in a White House release this week that it will give Americans the opportunity to recommit to addressing this epidemic. Local law enforcement agencies have been working to keep up with the drug epidemic. Washington County Sheriff's Office Deputy Matthew Martin is a member of the Recovery Engagement Team. Martin said they are still fighting the war on drugs, but they have started to shift gears and provide more resources and help to those struggling with addiction. He explained that awareness days are important because most people probably know someone struggling with addiction.
We've got to get rid of that stigma and let people know that there's help out there and there's a way out. Try to fix the problem before it gets to the point of death or incarceration.
You can head over to our web channel, WTAP.com, for more information on the resources available in the area. Now let's go to Kirk Greenfield for another look at the forecast. Kirk, what's it going to be like during the football games?
Well, to answer you, pretty similar to what we see right now. When we take a look at our radar satellite composite, we see some partly cloudy skies moving through and into the area, but that's about it. It is warm. It's one of the warmest days this week so far, but we really don't see anything other than some clouds coming in that may actually make the people in the stands feel a little better. We've got the massive stern wheeler here at the levee up in Marietta. 83 degrees right now on the Jantills Marietta Skycam atop the Lafayette Hotel. Feels like 85. Relative humidity is 54%. The wind's out of the southwest at 6 and the barometer 30.11 inches and steady. Our current temperatures, 83 is pretty common in Athens and Parkersburg, 85 at Charleston, 84 for Columbus. Breezes are not all in alignment, but we do have 6 miles per hour from the south. We're about right on the same temperature as last night at this time, 1 degree one way or the other as we look into Ohio. No radar echoes in the immediate vicinity. We still have that high pressure that's generally keeping things clear at this point. The flow has reversed now from the southeast. That's starting to pop those temperatures, and eventually Futurecast suggests, although we see cloud cover moving in and through tonight, it does look like eventually it'll bring some showers Saturday afternoon, maybe even a rumble of thunder as well. As we go into the holiday weekend, we're going to have multiple rounds. So if you're interested in getting a little exercise out there, sunny and drier tonight, we're looking at 83. There will be some clouds, as we were talking about. 83 right now, so not a bad time to go for a walk. The allergy alert says pollen levels very high today, expected to come down with some showers as we go through the weekend. Ragweed, the most common pollen. Mostly cloudy yet tonight, 68 for the overnight low. As we get into tomorrow, 79 with an isolated evening or afternoon thunderstorm possible. And every day for the next 7 days, we have a significant chance of showers or a storm all the way through the week, especially as you look at Memorial Day on Labor Day on Monday. We've got about a 72% chance of a storm, so unfortunately your barbecue may have to be adjusted. Well, tonight's winner for the Sketch the Outdoors contest, sponsored by People's Bank, is Dolphin Dance by Kaylin Martin, age 9, from Parkersburg. If you'd like to enter the daily contest, submit your digital copy of your child's outdoor artwork on our WTAP webpage. Look for the entry Sketch the Outdoors and follow the directions to upload and enter. A new winner is drawn each weekday and presented at both 6 and 11 p.m. newscasts. Phyllis, welcome back.
Oh, thank you, Kirk. It's great to be back. Still ahead, Parkersburg South High School students are giving back to the community, and their focus is on addiction recovery. Our This Is Home feature is next at 6. A group of boys from Parkersburg South High School are volunteering by helping people move furniture. The donations they get, they then use to help kids and families fighting the opioid epidemic. Samantha Cavalli joins us now in the studio for more about Mads Musselman for our This Is Home feature. Samantha?
At the age of 14, Maddox Rader and his friend went to the bathroom at Parkersburg City Park during tennis practice. That's where they found a man who died from an overdose. Maddox said the trauma from that led him to find a way to help others affected by opioid addictions. He said those people have family and friends who care about them deeply. And that's the story behind Mads Musselman and why these young men are changing their community by simply giving a helping hand.
This is Home, sponsored by Riverview Credit Union.
I really like to help my community out for, like over the summer, like people like mow for each other and like just give them money. So I thought I could just do that, but donate it for like a good cause instead of just give it for myself. And some of them, like, were just given the wrong hand in life, so it's not fair for them to like go through all that. So I could just help them out.
During the summer of 2022, Maddox Rader, a junior at Parkersburg South High School, started his nonprofit, Mad's Muscle Men, to raise money for kids and their families affected by opioid addictions. He recruited some of his teammates from the Parkersburg South football team to come out and volunteer their time through various jobs, such as moving furniture, mowing lawns, and landscaping. One of those jobs was moving furniture for Jade Thompson, a co-worker of Maddox Rader's dad at Marietta High School. Heath Rader messaged his colleagues about Mad's Muscle Men to spread the word. Thompson needed help moving furniture into her house and her friend's house, so they volunteered and moved the furniture for her. Thompson said she loves seeing the nonprofit get some recognition and hopes to see it continue to grow.
It's so heartwarming to see young people have a service heart, and it's so important because, you know, that's how our community is run, by people who do things and aren't paid for them. And, you know, to see people with a service heart, I have a service heart, and it's nice to see that, and it's heartwarming to see young kids, especially, starting something on their own.
Many of Rader's teammates at first thought they were just helping out a friend and teammate, but it became much more than they ever could have thought.
It means a lot, because at first I was just helping out a friend, but then I realized that it was actually contributing to the community and helping out families that have been through a traumatic experience. So it means a lot to me.
And then I kind of thought, like, what are we kind of working towards and what's going to happen once we're done? And we did a job for Art Arnold where we like did landscaping, and then they donated a generous amount to his cause, and I was like, oh, that's like really nice. And once he like told me the whole reason that like he was doing it, I thought that was awesome.
If I'm just sitting there and I hear that one of my friends needs help, you know, moving furniture, they're doing some sort of volunteer work, I'm just like, you know, why not go, you know, help with that? Because the more hands you have, the less work everybody else has to do. So I just kind of decided to chip in and help out with that.
So far, Mad's Muscle Men has had about 7 jobs in total and raised more than $1,200. Rader donated $1,000 to the Wood County Prevention Coalition during its town hall meeting on August 25th. On August 28th, Mad's Muscle Men volunteered their time at Pete's Pizza by moving pizza ovens and other equipment from its Parkersburg location to its Mineral Wells location. Even I got in on the action, helping out the community before I smashed my fingers underneath the pizza oven. After 5 hours of hard work, the owners of Pete's Pizza, Jody and Rusty Dameron, donated $500 to Mad's Muscle Men. Jody Dameron said the work these men are doing to help the recovery community doesn't go unnoticed. Back in December, Pete's Pizza in Parkersburg was broken into by Joshua McCune. He removed an air conditioning unit, crawled in through the wall, and stole a couple $100s from the cash register just to, as he says, have enough money to buy food. After hearing McCune's life story and struggles, the Damerons gave McCune a job. 8 months later, the story of the robbery came back full circle as McCune is still working for Pete's Pizza, and he says he is clean. Jody Dameron said it's people like Josh that should remind everyone why it is so important to keep helping.
You're looking at a man that will benefit from that, and he can tell you, because he's spent his life helping other people, he can tell you how important that is to not forget that there's somebody's son, there's somebody's kid, there's somebody's dad, there's somebody's family, there's somebody's friend. And even though you may look at these people like they're a lost cause, they're not, because they mean an exponential amount to somebody else.
Thank you for that report, Samantha. And coming up on Football Frenzy Tailgate, Ryan and Evan are live at Stadium Field at Parkersburg High School as the Big Reds are taking on Riverside tonight. That's all coming up next on Football Frenzy Tailgate.